Alright. Talk to Sergeant Yui.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
So excited to see Tony after work.
Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
How are the day-to-day operations going?
It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
I'm looking for work if you have any.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
Why did he leave without identifying the assailant?
Unlike him, aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated, which is another way of saying highly unreliable.
I can do that for you.
Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved.
What's Dawn's
A
Roost?
restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where folks come in different sizes, depending on the food.
Anything else I should know about the case?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds. See you later.
Where?
Scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees. Sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
Dawn's Roost.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis. All of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. You won't find anything like them anywhere else.
I'm here about a fight that happened at your restaurant.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio have been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
Can you describe the patrons?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered.
Do you know anything about a stolen wedding
I
ring?
wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
These two men dined together.
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
I need to find one of the patrons involved. Apparently he stole
I
something.
assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
I'd like to see a menu, please.
My pleasure.
I don't really need to buy anything.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Definitely better than the last in this.
Private sector. That's real.
Hello. Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Go on, finish your rant.
lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade. And he threw it all away for that waiter.
You two are dating?
Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it.
What happened at the Dawn's
It
Roost?
was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
Is there any chance you two can patch things up?
No, there are some things in life that cannot be repaired. Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the point?
Your ex claims you stole that ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
It's still his
I don't
property.
care. I'm not giving it to you.
Fine, UC security isn't very smart.
Your title does not make you above the law.
Your gift, your gift is conditional. It's only yours if you actually got married.
Is that what the law says? To be honest, I am not sure.
Why would you want to keep something that reminds you of him?
Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
Gonna buy that new apartment? It's pricey, but I think it's worth the view.
How can I help you, Captain? Captain.
I finished my investigation of the fight at Dawn's Roost.
Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back?
I did. Here you go.
Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work. Hardly surprising for a captain of the UC Vanguard, but still, impressive nonetheless. Here, take this. It's well deserved.
So, oh, here we go. Skills. I was gonna say. Boxing, fitness, and space degrees, blah blah. So, unarmed attacks do 25% more damage, 25% less O2 used when using a power attack. You have 10% more oxygen available. Increase total carrying capacity by 10 kilograms. Increase your maximum health by 10%.
Crime doesn't pay.
Alright, I'm gonna end it there. Later.